Say, O Allah, owner of sovereignty, you give sovereignty to whom you will, and you take sovereignty away from whom you will. You honor whom you will, and you humble whom you will. In your hand is all good. Indeed, you are over all things competent. You cause the night to enter the day, and you cause the day to enter the night. And you bring the living out of dead, and you bring the dead out of the living. And you give provision to whom you will without account, limit, or measure. Let not believers take disbelievers as allies, supporters, or protectors rather than believers. And whom of you does that has nothing, no association with Allah, except when taking precaution against them in prudence. And Allah warns you of Himself, and to Allah is the final destination. Here, prudence means when fearing harm from an enemy, the believers may pretend as long as his heart and intention are not affected. Say, whether you conceal what is in your breast or reveal it, Allah knows it, and He knows that which is in the heaven and that which is on the earth. And Allah is over all things competent. The day every soul will find what it has done of good present before it, and that what it has done of evil, it will wish that between itself and that evil was a great distance. And Allah warns you of Himself, and Allah is kind to His servant. Say, O Muhammad, if you should love Allah, then follow me, so Allah will love you and forgive your sin, and Allah is forgiving and merciful. Say, obey Allah and the Messenger, but if they turn away, then indeed Allah does not like the disbelievers. Indeed, Allah chose Adam and Noah and the family of Abraham and the family of Imran over the world's descendants, some of them from others, and Allah is hearing and knowing. And when the wife of Imran said, My Lord, indeed I have pledged to you what is in my womb, consecrated for your service. So accept this from me. Indeed you are the hearing, the knowing. But when she delivered her, she said, My Lord, I have delivered a female. And Allah was most knowing of what she delivered, and the male is not like the female. And I have named her Mary, and I seek refuge for her in you and for her descendant from Satan, the expelled from the mercy of Allah. So her Lord accepted her with good acceptance and caused her to grow in a good manner and put her in the care of Zachariah. Every time Zachariah entered upon her in the prayer chamber, he found with her provision. He said, O Mary, from where is this coming to you? She said, It is from Allah. Indeed, Allah provides for whom He wills without account. At that Zachariah called upon his Lord, saying, My Lord, grant me from yourself a good offspring. Indeed, you are the hearer of supplication. So the angels called him while he was standing in prayer in the chamber. Indeed, Allah gives you good tidings of John, confirming a word from Allah, and who will be honorable, abstaining from women, and a prophet from among the righteous. Here, confirming the word means referring to the prophet Jesus, upon whom be peace, who was conceived merely by a command from Allah, the word be. He said, My Lord, make for me a sign. He said, Your sign is that you will not be able to speak to the people for 3 days except by gesture. And remember your Lord much and exalt Him with praise in the evening and the morning. And mention when the angel said, O Mary, indeed Allah hath chosen you and purified you and chosen you above the women of the world. O Mary, be devoutly obedient to your Lord, and prostrate and bow with those who bow in prayer. That is from the news of the unseen which we reveal to you, O Muhammad. And you were not with them when they cast their pens, as to which of them should be responsible for Mary, nor were you with them when they disputed, and mentioned when the angel said, O Mary, indeed Allah gives you good tidings of word from him whose name will be the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, distinguished in this world and the hereafter, and among those brought near to Allah. He will speak to the people in the cradle and in maturity, and will be of the righteous. She said, My Lord, how will I have a child when no man has touched me? The angel said, Such is Allah, He creates what He wills. When He decrees a matter, He only says it to be, and it is. And He will teach him writing and wisdom, and the Torah and the Gospel. Here, wisdom means the teaching of the prophets, and make him a messenger to the children of Israel, who will say, Indeed, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, in that I designed for you from clay that which is like the form of a bird. Then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by permission of Allah. And I cure the blind from the birth, and the leper, and I give life to the dead by permission of Allah. And I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Indeed, in that is a sign for you if you are believers. And I have come confirming what was before me of the Torah, and to make lawful for you some of what was forbidden to you. And I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. So fear Allah and obey me.